Good day, all you wonderful people. Welcome to Adventure Together. My name's Al, trial name Lookout, and today we are continuing to make our way towards East Glacier, and that means that I have to do, I don't have to, it would just be a lot easier on my life if I was able to do 35 today and 35 tomorrow. That would leave me with less than 10 miles to get to East Glacier, and I didn't pack any food for what would be the third day from today, which would be day 6, I think. I'm not sure, kind of lost count at this point. No, it would be day 7. I got 6 days worth of food for this section. Yeah, so 35. I haven't moved as fast as I would have liked. Originally do 25 miles on the first day and then 30 miles every other day, and then walk a couple of miles into town on day 7. But that went out the window because my charging bank took a little bit of time, and then I was waiting on the back steps in Lincoln of the Wheel Inn, waiting for my power bank to finish charging, and then I got chatting with Chopsticks. And then a couple turned up called Cara and Nick. And Nick is a cyclist doing Great Divide mountain bike route. And his girlfriend is supporting him in a car. And we had an awesome conversation for hours and hours and hours and hours. And then Cara drove Chopsticks and I to the trailhead at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. By the time we finished chatting, it was so late, and I didn't want to 00 in the tiny town of Lincoln, so we got out, and before we camped we did 12.8 miles, Chopsticks and I, and that was not exactly what I was aiming for with the 25 out, but I wouldn't change a thing, apart from maybe getting more mileage, but I wouldn't change a thing about that day. It's just great conversation, meeting new friends, so that was really, really cool. So but yeah, put me behind. Then the next day, Chopsticks and I tried our best, but we could only make it 25 miles. It was very tough going, all that climbing, so I went from being 12.2 miles behind to 17.2 miles behind by the end of day 2. The end of day 3, we'd done exactly 30 miles, but that doesn't help me catch up. So the end of day 3, I was still 17.2 miles behind. So in order to make that up, I added 5 miles to my day yesterday, totaling out at 35.1 miles, and then I'm going to do the same today, and I'm going to do the same tomorrow. So all in all, that will make up 15 of the 17.8 miles or whatever, 17.2 miles. So that will only add 2.2 miles to the day that I planned to walk into East Glacier on that day 7. So not too bad. It's less than an hour's hiking added to it, so I can handle that. There are more berries, but most of them aren't ripe. Yoink. That one was though. Another 2,400 feet of elevation to climb, and I'm out of water, so perfect timing. I'm going to go and filter some water and then carry on with the climb. But it's like climbing in a rainforest. The air's so thick with moisture, it doesn't feel refreshing when you breathe a deep breath. It feels like you're choking on humidity. Does anyone know what these red berries are? There's some smaller orange versions of them as well. We've hit the mother lode. There's loads. There won't be in a second though. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, taking a little sit down. It's so muggy and humid. It's like being sort of like steamed alive by this mixture of, you know, it's not super hot, like it doesn't feel like New Mexico, like that dry heat, but it's definitely, you know, I don't know whether it's sweat or humidity on my shirt, just put it that way. Man, this hill, 700 feet a mile. I'm really exhausted. That's why I had to take a sit down. I've got 1.6 miles to go out of a 3.6 mile climb. Yeah, it just feels like it's going on forever. This is a really tough one. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, we're here, the top. Whew, I'm not in as good shape as I was because that really took it out of me. I don't really feel like I've got much energy left. It was really tough. A lot of climbing, non-stop. No, well, it did stop, but no real respite throughout that. No bit where it leveled off. Man, that was tough. Man, Colorado version of me probably would have flown up that, but 3,000 miles on my feet version of me says we're going to take it a little bit slower. Ooh, what are you popping for? Maybe the altitude. Well, at least we've got a little bit downhill, but we've got a climb in a bit, not quite as tall, but it's like less elevation but even steeper. I'm not looking forward to this. Like, I go down a little bit and then go back up. Whew, another pop. I might have a rest here for a bit, but I was thinking about having a rest, but there's nowhere to because there's no shade. So maybe I'll just continue on my way down and wait until I get to some shade, because I'm baking up here. Beautiful lake. I thought I might be able to swim here, but it looks like super shallow and just rocky. Not easy access to walk in bare feet. Not sure. Having a look at it. Yeah. It looks like it's about, I can see some rocks in the middle, and it looks like it doesn't get any deeper than about 2 feet, which is such a shame. You can see behind me where the water level probably gets up to, and it's a shame because this would have been a really nice spot after sweating and everything to come and have a swim here. Oh well. Damn, that is cold. I'm going in anyway. These things I do to myself. Oh, it's a lot deeper than I thought. Whoa! That is so cold. I can't swim. I can hardly breathe. I went underwater and it took all the air out of my lungs. It's the coldest water I've been in all trail. Man. No wonder it would look so shallow. It's so cold, it must be so clear. It's so good to be in water again. Woo. Woo-wee. Pretty cool. Refreshing. Damn, that knocked the air right out of my lungs. As soon as I went underwater, I was like, my lungs just locked up. It's lucky my legs don't feel the cold. Damn. Had to be done though. Scrub these ugly, dirty feet. Trail discomfort turned up to maximum. I know it's hard to kind of grasp the concept from just seeing me walk down this, but you have to believe me that this is some of the most uncomfortable trail to walk on. It's just jagged rocks, and they're all like 50% are loose and just come out behind your foot, and the other 50% are bedded in and stick into the sole of your feet if they're not tripping you up because they're hidden by grass and you just whack them with your toes. It's really, really uncomfortable. This is the wear and tear on a trekking pole tip that has done nearly 3,000 miles. That metal tip has completely worn away, and the little screw bit is all that's left. Is it worth changing out? What do you think? It's such a varied area, the Bob Marshall Wilderness, but this is what it looks like at the moment. Going through the sort of green tunnel forest, and it's not too bad compared to it was earlier. Earlier it was overgrown and there were loose rocks. The path has got a little bit better, nowhere near what it was, so all good. Hopefully it just gets better and better. Another river crossing. I thought they were over now, but I was wrong. Another little cabin. Very cool. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is the next day. If you couldn't tell, I'm sure you were astute enough to pick that up straight away. And yesterday it just got dark real quick. There was nothing left to film. All I was doing was trying to make miles, and yeah, I just kind of put the camera away and concentrated on not kicking too many rocks. Unfortunately, I kicked a few and my feet are very, very painful. So that's a thing. And as I was walking last night, my headlamp ran out of juice, and so I had to flick on the flashlight that's installed in my little air pump that I use for pumping up my sleep mat. So that was what kept me going. I hung it from my my sternum strap, and it did a good job. It lit up around 10 feet around me, but although it was quite bright in the immediate vicinity, it wasn't very good at throwing that light. So every time I heard the crash of something running through the weeds, the branches, the fallen trees around me, I would shine it, expecting it to light up, but it wouldn't throw that light very well. So I was paranoid that there were bears around me all the way, the whole 11 miles I walked in the pitch black, and eventually I got to camp unscathed from bear attacks, and it was about midnight once I got there, and I just slept. So I was very, very tired when I got there, and I'm very, very tired now because the alarm went off at 5 and it was so cold. I just jumped up and said, I've got to get moving. I've got to use hiking as a way to warm my body. So started hiking, and I'm very hungry. So it's now got warm-ish. It's still cold, but it's warm-ish that I can take the gloves off and hopefully sit here and have breakfast and some coffee to warm me up. So I guess that's the end of the vlog. So all I can ask you is if you'd be so kind to donate towards my fundraiser. And what fundraiser is this, you say? Why would I give money? Well, Below this video there is a link, and if you click that link it will take you over to justgiving.com, and I've set up a page for the Widerness Foundation UK, and I am trying to raise £3,100 for this fantastic charity who does amazing work. And you can read all about it. Don't just wait for me to tell you what's going on. Read all about it there, and if that seems like something that you would like to support, then please do so, because they can do fantastic things with the money and help a lot of people. So that would be great if you can help me get towards that goal of £3,100. And otherwise, that's all I have for you today. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. Good day, all you wonderful people. Welcome to Adventure Together. My name's Al, trial name Lookout. And today